Hello, No Borders NBDR followers. Joe Snyder, CEO of No Borders, coming to you on a beautiful, rainy, balmy May day with our most recent shareholder update and information video. So thank you so much for subscribing. You can find these on YouTube, also on nbdr.co investor relations page. As always, we do these every 2 weeks to keep you informed about the things that we're working on and how our company is moving along. So for today, we do have some exciting news. You may have seen a press release before this video comes out. I'm not sure about the timing between those two things coming out on the same day, but we are announcing that we have completed our Coinbase payments integration for both MetaNet Supplies and No Borders Naturals. So you can go on to MetaNet Supplies or NoBordersNaturals.com and purchase products with cryptocurrencies. So we currently accept Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, Litecoin, and US dollar coin. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to do a screen share right now, and I'm going to show you these on our websites here. So as you can see right here, we're on NoBordersNaturals.com, and we're at the checkout page, and we have the options for payment. And right here, we have the option for pay with cryptocurrency, and you can see the symbols right here of Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, Litecoin, and US dollar coin. So USD coin. So that's really cool. And then also with MetaNet Supplies in the medical equipment and supplies vertical, we have the normal payment options here as well as the new Coinbase integration. And so these are all set up. They are live. Everything is finalized as far as all of the payment integrations and everything and all the tech. And that is actually us doing integrations in multiple systems, because we actually use multiple different systems for the e-commerce platforms themselves for various reasons. And so that is a great thing for us to be able to expand the way that we accept currencies in the businesses that we operate in. You know, in recent news cycles, there has been a lot of back and forth between the traditional finance models and the hemp and even, you know, going on to the marijuana industry, which we're not in. We are in the hemp cannabinoid industry through NoBordersNaturals.com, and there has been challenges in the industry even very recently, even with hemp itself being, you know, included in the Farm Bill and essentially deregulated through that bill. You know, we are seeing in the news cycles different issues with different banks having problems doing processing and doing different kinds of things, and that's a very real reality in that segment of the world, that and a segment that we do business in. So being able to accept other forms of payment and being able to accept cryptocurrencies is not just a way for us to say, hey, you know, we like these things too, but it really is a way for us to say, hey, you know, sometimes there may be issues with some of these other things, and we want to make sure that we have a way to continue engaging with our customers, to continue delivering product, to continue growing our business. And these tools allow us to do that. So a big shout out to Chris and the No Borders Labs teams for getting all of this infrastructure done and getting all this stuff set up. You know, our systems work very, very well, and we have almost 100% uptime, you know, on the things that we're doing. And again, we're doing multiple things at the same time. So they get lots of different kind of quirky tickets that get opened that go over there. But it is a really cool thing. It's something that I'm really happy to have us really have checked off the list of things that are really focuses for us as an organization of saying, you know, we want to be able to, you know, do X, Y, and Z, and accepting cryptocurrencies and engaging with cryptocurrency as a medium of payment in business is something that has been a core focus of ours, and a piece of the conversation that we've had from the very beginning, talking about, you know, Web3 technologies, talking about blockchain specifically, both for security applications and payment applications and contract applications. And so this does tie into that. It ties into those beliefs, and it ties into to those things as a publicly traded entity for No Borders Inc., what we're looking at with those currencies is we're looking at a holding focus on those. Liquidity is a real thing in business. And so, being able to transact business in cryptocurrencies and turn those currencies into US dollars when you need to is very important. And that's something that we will continually look at, both from a strategic point of view on, what do we want to hold? How much cash do we want to hold? How much Bitcoin do we want to hold? Those kinds of things strategically, but also potentially looking at it from an arbitrage position as well. As these currencies fluctuate in valuation, there may be room for us to utilize those swings and realize additional gains on our sales. So we like that idea, and that's very, very fun. And this allows us to do that from a transactional point of view, and by engaging directly with the market and saying, "Hey, this is something that that we will accept, that you can pay us in." And it's an interesting thing, and we think that it not only is it interesting for us, and not only is it a great thing for our organization, but it also allows us to begin to establish those tranches on our books of holding some cryptocurrencies on our books as well. So very, very, very cool. Stoked about that. Moving right along, we have No Borders Natural. So I'm wearing the swag. So the shirts are out. We have some fun shirts. We've got Sleep Dealer shirts. We've got the No Borders Natural shirts, and they have I don't think you can see that at all. That was a total waste of motion. But they do have a little got CBD flower on the back, so they're really cool. We are been expanding the No Borders Naturals pop-up store events, and we've been having a great time with those. They're a fantastic engagement cycle. There's been a great learning curve for us getting a few of these under our belts. We have the equipment and the materials and the setup to do multiple of these at the same time. I think we have the equipment right now on hand to do 4 at a time. So that would be 4 separate pop-up stores in 4 separate locations at 4 separate events on the same weekend. And we have the equipment on hand to do that. So that's a fantastic thing for us. We've done events in Arizona. We've done events in California. We're heading to New Mexico, Utah, New York. And, we've got a whole calendar of things going on. Nick Harrington has absolutely stepped up. He's been, our jack of all trades kind of a guy in the organization for a long time, a guy that just works his tail off every day. And, he's really been incredible as far as being able to deploy these events and build the systems around them and document how we do them and how they work. And so a big shout out to him, and then, Cynthia and her team making sure that all the logistics are handled and that everything runs smoothly and everything is where it needs to be before these things happen. So the event side is a fantastic go-to-market strategy. Not only is it fun, not only is it engaging, not only does it generate a fantastic amount of product sell-through and branding, but in all of these things, we're able to engage with people who never would have heard about our products, but also never would have heard about our company in really any other aspect of their daily life. And so for that, we've created some wonderful marketing materials. These are actually bookmarks, and these go with the event teams to the events, and they go out with every order. And this just, this talks a little bit about the company. This talks about, NBDR as a traded company, and talks a little bit about the brands and just showcases who we are as a listed organization, as an OTC company, and expanding the number of people who have heard about us and heard about what we're doing and experienced one of our products. The feedback that we have on our product line is phenomenally positive. The sell-through that we have is fantastic so far. We have a product line that we really believe in, that the market really loves, and when we bring it to people and they engage with it, they love it, they embrace it, and they purchase it. And this is the idea behind this, is that those people can then understand that, hey, this is also a company that's already listed, and they're, and so I can go look them up, and I can go Google them, and check out where that company is going and what it's doing, and what that listing is, and where they're at on the OTC market. And so of course that says NBDR all over it, and it's a beautiful tool. Right behind events for naturals is wholesale. We just launched our wholesale program. We announced that a week or so ago, and that's a fantastic motion in and of itself. There is an entire, that's an entire different sales model. It's an entire different engagement cycle. Primarily right now, that is an inbound cycle for us. So we have people coming to us and applying on the website to be wholesalers, and then we're coming back to them and engaging and saying, hey, well, tell us about yourself, and let's see if that's a fit. So that's great. The inbound cycle is fantastic. So that really gives us the ability to respond to people and not burn a lot of cycles with outbound marketing on that right now. With that being said, there are some listing services. There's a wholesale listing service called Range Me that we have some listings on, and we're working on getting more listings on. And so there's some of this outbound work where we are positioning the company with distribution groups and with these types of wholesale and brokered listing services to put the company in that arena and say, these are the products, and they're phenomenal products, and they're well branded, and they're well marketed, and all of these kinds of things, and they're built to scale, and present that to those type of organizations. The inbound that we're getting has just been fantastic. We've gotten to engage with a lot of folks. We've had a lot of interest come through the website just in the last week to 10 days for setting up wholesale. We have that entire motion going on with our design team and our information teams and our communication people, making sure that we have all of the marketing materials and all of these kind of ancillary product packaging and display pieces, that these are all done and ready to go. And so there's a lot of stuff there. I mean, if you've ordered recently from the website, you probably have one of these, but these are our awesome No Borders Naturals Got CBD stickers. So those are fantastic. And all these kind of pieces really go into these retailer, branding kits and presentation kits and things like that. And if you followed us for any length of time at all, you know how particular I am, and we still have stuff sneak through. I have people come, get our products and give me feedback. Oh, hey, you guys missed this here, or this comma here, or this typo here. We do. Stuff sneaks through. It does. We're doing a lot of pieces in a very short window for multiple brands. So we do get those errors. They drive me crazy, and I'm 100% focused on really making our presentation the most beautiful and the most clean and the most impactful, and really making sure that the products that are in those bottles are superior, high quality, lab tested products. And I think that we've nailed that all the way through. I think we've nailed our flavor profiles. I think we've nailed our efficacy. Wow, say that 5 times fast. And I think that we've just crushed it with this product line, bringing that product to market, both with human interaction and human engagement with pop-up stores, and with wholesale distribution. I think yields fantastic results for our company long term, and we're very excited about it. I love this product line, I really do. Okay, so that's covered Bitcoin, coin, cash. Metadent supplies. Metadent is like, it's so much fun because it's this industry where everything is like send me a fax, and you're like, yeah, for real. I love that because these are the industries that we're looking for. This, when you make an investment in No Borders, when you make an investment in NBDR, you're making an investment in our team's ability to look at gaps in markets and take advantage of those. That's pretty much what it is. And we're looking for these gaps, and one of these gaps is these markets that have phenomenal business, right? Phenomenal core business. that has an old, stuck, archaic kind of approach to this, customer engagement, lead generation, product fulfillment, service re-engagement work, and digital tools and touch points, all of these kind of things. And, with MetaNet, what we have is this kind of perfect test case for those kinds of industries that I'm looking for, that we're looking for. I'll say I'm, because there's much more than just me. You know, and this test case is fantastic because it's a growing, thriving business for us, which we love. We're getting a ton of data. We're getting a ton of engagement. We get a ton of feedback. Getting a ton of sale through. So I love all of these things, right? We want our test cases to pay us is the idea, right? So, but in that, we get this model. We get this model of how do you infiltrate an industry like that? How do you engage with an industry like that? How do you build digital systems and digital processes and all of the tools that we know that go into a product delivery and a consumer engagement and customer re-engagement, all of those kinds of things. How do you do that? And then how do we replicate it into these other industries that we think are very, very interesting, that have a lot of these same identifiers or problems, if you will. And so MetaDent's doing very, very well. I have a lot of fun with MetaDent. It's something that I get to engage with, and I get to engage with the other leaders of these other organizations who sometimes manufacture these things, sometimes are importing them, all these different kinds of things. And I get to structure deals there and do all kinds of fun things, and I like that a lot. But really for us, it is a scaling, growing, revenue generating test case for us to prove out these models on disrupting these markets. And then we get to take that forward and go next. So that's a lot of fun. Let's see. I think that's pretty much it. There's I've got some products to show you guys. I was going to talk about these specifically our tinctures. This is like what I use when stuff's creaking, under the tongue. An hour after I wake up, I normally throw this in a protein shake or like a charred banana type smoothie in the morning, and then an hour before I go to bed. And then the muscle recovery roll-on. I get to talk about these a lot at events, and these are fantastic once people touch them. But these were really done because I loved our rub products and I loved how they made my shoulders feel and helped me move. But I needed something for on the go, and I needed something for before I do yoga. If you followed me for any length of time at all, I do a ton of yoga. Because you got to keep all of this sane somehow, right? But I wanted something I could throw on my neck, I could throw on my shoulders before yoga, and I wouldn't have anything on my hands, I wouldn't have anything slippery on my mat. And also something that I could apply in the truck. I do a lot of driving. I'm back and forth to Phoenix, to LA, to San Francisco. Sometimes I'm flying, sometimes I'm driving, but either way, I'm stuck in a chair quite a bit. And throw this on, put it on the neck, apply it, threw the cap back on, throw it in my bag, good to go. So these are fantastic. I highly, highly, highly recommend this. I keep one in my truck. I keep one in my gym bag. I love these. And the tinctures don't taste bad. I don't know if you've tried a bunch of different types of tinctures. If you have, you know what I mean. Most of the ones that we tried were terrible, just like the gummies. And our gummies are fantastic. If you haven't tried them, there's free gummies on NoBordersNaturals.com. Go there, edify your life. You do have to pay for shipping. Yeah, disclaimer. Okay, tincture. Get a bottle, try it, see how you feel. I got no claims, people. I never will. We're not those people. We're not that company. I got no claims about the stock. I got no claims about the products. All I can say is we're working our asses off, and I love these things. So please go order one, check it out, try it. You will love it. It's amazing. If you don't love it, send it back. There's a 100% money back guarantee. I've never gotten one back yet, but you can be the first. Thank you for following us. Thank you for following our journey. I appreciate each and every one of you. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube. For No Borders NBDR, I'm Joe Snyder. Have a great night.